Yo, 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 for my guys, because it's for my guys, man. What's up? What it is? Bruh, firstly, I got to apologize to the guys, man, for not being on here as much as I said I was. Bruh, it's my intention to get on here a little more. However, you have to know what I'm out here doing, bro. I'm not playing with them. I'm not out here playing with them. I'm not wasting time. I'm not doing none of that. I work 12-hour shifts. I get off work, I gotta do schoolwork. I still have to eat. And then I gotta be in bed by a certain time because I gotta get right back up and do it all again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's not an excuse. That's just a reality. But inshallah, I'm gonna make intentions to do better with it. It's my off day today, so I'm here. I'm with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You see how I do when I'm off? That's what it is. You know what I mean? So just be patient, man. I'm going to get around to the making them longer because y'all say y'all want them longer. And, just being more consistent and doing so. And, that wasn't an excuse that I shot because it's really no excuse. I know y'all look forward to it. And I actually look forward to it. It's therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. With that being said, somebody asked a question, right? They said, is it any good that come from prison, from being in prison? Is it any good? Bruh, everything in my soul wanted to say, nah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no good from being in prison. It just spat out, nah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I gotta be honest, man. I won't say that it's good in being in prison because I don't want people like, oh yeah, he said it was the good being in prison. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. What I would say is, I wouldn't say good, I would say benefit. And I only say benefit because, my life, everything that I went through. When I was in there, I learned the person that I wanted to become. You know what I'm saying? And the steps that it would take for me to become that person. So what I mean is, when I was out, I had no desire of going back to school. None. You know what I'm saying? I had no desire in getting my GED, getting a job, none of that. So when I was in there, I had time to sit and reflect. And I was like, man, hey, let me get my GED. Right? And when I got my GED, what it did was it motivated me to do other things. I'm like, well, if I can get my GED, then I can get my associates. And once I got my associates in behavioral psychology, yeah, I did that. But when I got that, it pushed me to do other things like HVAC, right? I got my degree in, well, not a degree, but my certification in HVAC. I got automotive technician. You know what I'm saying? I got serve safe. And I could go on and on and on and on, over 60 courses completed. Educational courses. So that was a benefit for me. That was a benefit. And that's why I say, instead of saying it's good in prison, I would just say it's benefit if you was to take advantage of it. Not for nobody, but for you. And that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I learned to sit down and take advantage of the things that they offer, because some of this what I found out, like, no exaggeration, bro. It was a 7 Habits class, and the ones who took it with me know it's 7 Habits for highly effective people, right? Or highly effective thinkers, right? Bruh, and then that course was free. That joint was free. Out here, that same course or the seminar is $2,500 just to attend it. $2,500. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I took that for the low ski. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you go to the where I've been at to take them type of courses, but I'm just saying these people was taking the same things, bro. They taking the same things out here that we getting for free. So if you take advantage of it, then, you know what I mean, it's going to be a benefit to you. So that's what I would say. I won't say that it was good. I'll just say that it was beneficial. What was another question? Oh, they asked me was something about the COs, like, is all the COs bad? Nah, all of the COs ain't bad. That's not even realistic. Know what I'm saying? That don't even coincide with life. That's like saying, is everybody in society bad? That's the same question. Know what I'm saying? No matter where you at, you got good people, you got bad people. That's just the reality of it. Know what I'm saying? And, it depends on the situation. And, I won't defend nobody because I feel like you gotta hold yourself accountable. Know what I mean? And if you stood by and watched somebody be mistreated or did wrong, then you just as blameworthy as the person that's doing the deed. You get what I'm saying? If you sit by and do nothing while an unjust act occurs, then you just as guilty as him in my eyes. Know what I'm saying? If you got the ability to change it with your hand, then you should change it. And a lot of them, that's why I group all of them together, because they can watch you being mistreated and won't step in and do nothing. They would still ride with them. You know what I'm saying? Even though you got law, you got guidelines, prison guidelines and code and conducts, you got all of this. But they would still sit back and watch him dog you out. You know what I'm saying? Physically, mentally, emotionally. You know what I mean? They watch that. And they never step in and help. So for me, you just as guilty as him. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they do us. And I'm not saying that I'm adopting their way of thinking. I'm just saying it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So no, you got some good, but you got some that's inadvertently bad. I would say that. That's what I would say. And I'll leave it like that. But real quick, just an example of like good people and bad people, man. Just from in that situation, just dealing with me. You got, matter of fact, I'll save it for another time. No, I'll tell y'all real quick. But anyway, it was the first step back, right? When the first step back hit. So they come with all these rules, regulations, guidelines, interpreted laws or whatever. Long story short, they told us that we was going to get good days off. They like, if you've been programming, you ain't had no infractions, you ain't got certain charges, then you're going to be eligible for the good time, right? Boom. I'm like, I'm eligible. So the first wave come, they pass out the paper, ineligible, eligible. I get my paper, I'm eligible, right? So they like, oh yeah, you gonna get a year off, you gonna get this, you gonna get that. A couple, maybe a year later, they come up with another paper. Well, you can't really get the year unless you qualify under this category. If you're a high recidivism or medium recidivism, you ain't gonna be able to get it. The only way you can apply, you can earn them, but you can't apply them, right? So I'm like, what? What's the point of earning them if I can't apply them to nothing? But that was the first stipulation. If you was a minimum or a low, then you can apply, right? So after that, they come with another stipulation. Oh, well, even if you're a low and a minimum, you still have to be 24 months or less to the door. If you're a medium or a high, you can't get them at all until you become a low or a minimum. So I'm like, what? That's not the paper. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I get in the law library. I get to looking around, finding, different laws or whatever that support my argument. I put it together. Boom, I take it to the warden. I'm feeling good about it. I'm like, yeah, look, man, this category, I meet them. I'm in there. I meet them. Man, apply my credit so I can go home. At this time, I had like 17 years and a couple months in. You know what I'm saying? So I was on my way out the door to the halfway house anyway. So I'm like, nah, this can put me out right now. Anyway, I give it to her. It was a sister. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it like that. It was a sister. Know what I'm saying? And she like, nah. She like, you got violence in your background. You can't get it. Know what I'm saying? So I'm like, violence in my background is not a part of the criteria. It's not part of the stipulation. She like, well, man, that's just what it is. No. All right. Boom. I take it, put it in the envelope, shoot it to the courts. The courts got it. They waiting. I'm feeling good. I'm like, man, the courts ready to rule in my favor because they got to respect law. You know what I'm saying? They got to respect law. Right? But mind you, the court process, they not time barred. They ain't time barred by nothing, so they can get your motion and they can hold it for as long as they want. You get what I'm saying? So you waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and by this time you still eating up your time. Right? So what it matter? Anyway, the warden that told me no, she ended up leaving. Right? She leaves. Boom. Another warden come. I'm like, man, while this in the courts, I'm gonna shoot this to him and see, because he might respect law. Know what I'm saying? So he get it. He like, nah, but he don't tell me nah for the same reason she told me. He told me nah because he was like, you gotta be 24 months to the door before you can apply. I'm like, all right, well, I'm 24 months to the door. Know what I'm saying? So apply. But this was his reason. He said no. Boom. With my 60 programs, I'm almost going home. They still telling me no. Alhamdulillah, Allah the best of planners. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, I get shipped to another jail, another FCI, right? By the permission of Allah. And I say that because it was only by His will and His decree that happened, right? I go to another yard, know what I mean? And the warden was a black man, know what I'm saying? He was a black man. And I'm like, yeah, you know, in orientation or whatever, he like, man, look, if you got something coming, I'm going to give it to you. I'm not trying to hold y'all here. I'm not, none of that. If you doing what you supposed to do, then I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do to help y'all. I say, man, that was powerful right there. Know what I'm saying? Black man. Know what I mean? So anyway, I get the motion, I get all of my same paperwork. I ain't changing nothing. I got law on my side. Know what I'm saying? I got law on my side, so there's no reason for me to change nothing. Anyway, I get the same paperwork, put it in the envelope. He say give it to my case manager. I shot it to my case manager. She go over it, sign off on it, pass it to him. Know what I'm saying? So that whole process, bro, that whole ordeal, he the one that let me go. He said, man, I am impressed. He said, I am impressed by your transformation, man. Everything that you did, what I'm seeing on paper and what I'm seeing, like how you conduct yourself around here, he said, I'm impressed. He said, man, I absolutely going to sign off on this. Absolutely. He said, this is the law. He didn't say how he feel, what he think, how he interpret it. He said, this is the law. You know what I'm saying? And he let me go, alhamdulillah. He let me go, man. He signed it. Man, they calculated it. And then, you know, gave me what I had coming and got me to my family. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got good people, you got bad people. He was one of the good ones. Y'all can figure out what the other two was. Yeah. Man, I ain't messing with y'all, bro. Y'all got me on here tripping. Hey, man, but look. Yeah, I'm ready to lay it on down, bro. It's been real, though. Now, man, if I get some more, well, when I get some more questions, I'll jump back on here and, holler at y'all, man. But in the meantime, it's for my guys, because it's for my guys. I'm going to keep it light, though. You heard me? Y'all be good, man. Be good, be smart, move right. Flat out.